Christianity, all religions, that's what happens. A group of people get together, form a community, and they create, they have a person, the writer, just like the writers we have now, try to explain the world we live in through stories. And that's what religion is, trying to explain the world we live in through stories. And the better stories, are the ones that survive. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, it's because they have really good stories. And back in the day, before those dominant religions were dominant, there was competition. There was all sorts of other religions that you haven't heard about that didn't make it because their stories weren't so good. Like Christianity. Why doesn't God just kill the devil? Because we're talking, there's a story about the world that we live in, which has evil and hatred and ugliness and goodness and kindness. And the goodness and kindness tries to control the chaos of the anger and the hatred. And that's the way the human mind works, because the human mind is part of the universe. It's a wonderful story about where we are, the struggle between good and evil, between the yin and the yang, right? And they're both here. They're both always going to be here. To get the whole, you have to have the yin and the yang, and it is the interplay between the two that moves us forward. It is our passions and our, lust and our hatred and our anger that move us forward, and then we temper that with our goodness, our kindness, our caring, and we learn and grow. We try to make things. We live in a world where everyone is starving and we're hungry and people die all the time and there's just pain everywhere, and we enslave animals and we enslave other people to make things better, to build a society where people don't have to live like this no matter what. And it is our anger and our hatred and the devil in us that is not going to let everyone suffer that badly. And then once we get things better, then God comes in and says, well, maybe the slavery isn't so good and we ought to stop doing this, that, and the other. And we make it, that's how we improve. That's how we move forward. And that is why the devil gets to live and God doesn't kill him, because he's necessary. The evil in all of us is necessary. It's just tempered by the good. It's not that the good is going to blot it out. It destroys it just like it destroyed slavery, but then the evil is still there and it will be applied to the next problem, because both pieces are necessary to create the whole.